Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you 12 and a half programming slang that we programmers tend to use. So first of all we have stringly typed. Stringly typed is, for example, when you are coding CSS, you let's say instead of saying color white, you say color and you use the hexadecimal value white and you have it inside strings. And this is stringly typed. I have a technique for you for that. Instead of using the hexadecimal value over and over again, let's say your company has a primary color dark orange, you can create a global variable, use it everywhere, and instead of changing it in every single spot when you want to do a redesign, you just go to a single place and you change that, and that's all. So number two, we have magic numbers. Magic numbers is when you are using hard-coded numbers in some places without any explanation. For example, when you say you want to use the tax percentage, which is 0.24 in Greece, and you use that inside the code without writing that it's the tax percentage, without assigning it to a variable, this is a magic number. So yeah, and you should use a constant for that, a global constant, that you use it everywhere, and when you want to change it, let's say to 0.23, you will change it only once, and you will avoid lots of bugs and frustration. After that we have rubber ducking. Rubber ducking is when you're thinking your problem out loud, is when you're talking to another person without the other person adding anything valuable to the conversation. So it's like you talking to a rubber duck. And this helps because you might figure out the solution without asking for help. You just talk to yourself and you figure out the solution. Next up, we have spaghetti code. I believe everyone knows what spaghetti code is. It's when your code is a mess, unorganized, and yeah. Next up, we have Heisenberg. Heisenberg is when you have a bug that every time you run your code, it changes its characteristics. And sometimes when you try to debug it, it disappears. So yeah. Next up we have yak saving. Yak saving is when you're doing all these little things before you actually start to work. It's, for example, when you install dependencies, when you join a company and you generate an SSH key. It's all the little things that you have to do before you actually start working. Next up we have refactoring. Refactoring is when you try to refactor piece of code and you just make it a lot worse. So it's like you mess up instead of refactoring. Next up we have grok. Grok is when you deeply understand something. And for example, the algorithm book, Grokking Algorithms, is exactly that, is deeply understanding something, a concept. Unicorn is when a system is at its early development or it doesn't even exist. Do not confuse that with unicorn company, because a unicorn company is a privately held company that has value over 1 billion. Last but not least, we have Yoda conditions. Yoda conditions is, instead of saying the sky is blue, so sky equals blue, you say the blue is sky. So blue equals sky. So yeah, that was the video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.